And the first question is, which is the best approach? Is it salaries? Is it commission? Yeah, good day everyone, and today you're welcome to the Setro channel. Yeah, I remain Joket Tolu and Setro, and I want to say a big thank you to all that have been coming by this channel. If you're yet to subscribe, please subscribe and press the notification bell. So what are we going to be discussing today? It's all about these designer struggles, the fashion entrepreneurs, those that have been in the fashion industry, the question that keeps coming over and over again. Am I going to do this challenge of tailors? Yes, when it comes to their salaries or commission, am I going to be paying them salaries or am I going to be paying them commission? So that's what we are discussing today. And I'd like you to come on board in the comment section. Let me know which you've practiced before, the pros and the cons, what you've encountered, and the way you think you way out of it. So I would like to hear from you. But today I want to share from my own personal experiences. So tailors payments. How do you pay your tailors as a designer, as a fashion entrepreneur, as somebody into the fashion industry, knowing fully well that you can't do it all alone? If you are still there in this industry and you feel, I've learned how to sew, I've gone to a fashion industry, I've gone to a fashion school, excuse me, and I'm going to be making my pieces myself, I want to tell you, you are still totally on a micro skills. Please watch my video that I did the last time on I'm quitting fashion, the sense of fashion, I'm quitting. So, but if you have this broad mind, you're thinking macro, you're thinking on the large scale, I want to grow my economy, I want to grow my space, I want to improve my work, you know very well that you can't do this work without employing tailors. Otherwise, we know them as machinists in the industry, those that will be working for you. They are the foot soldiers. So working for you, are they going to get paid? It's a big challenge here on this side of the world where I come from, in Africa, especially in Nigeria. Why is it a big challenge? Because majority of these tailors, they are not educated, and they might even be educated to some point, but they don't have the sense of integrity. Like, you are somebody that has value, you place value on time and every other thing. Like, if you're really educated, you know what it means to be a person of your word and a person of integrity. But they don't have that, and all they want is just their own satisfaction, and they are not thinking of the person on the other side of the coin. No, they are just thinking solo, their own selves. But to be on a balanced page, you have to also think of them as a designer and also think of yourself. So that's what we want to achieve today. The first thing is, when I started out many years back, I started paying them on salary basis. So when I'm taking participants in my mentorship section on how to start and run a successful RTW brand, you see when I'm so particular about most of these things, because I've learned the hard way, the practical way. So I started paying salaries. I even got hostel accommodation for these tailors. I even brought some of them from outside the country, from neighboring African countries. But do you know, they use me like this African adage that says, monkey they walk, babu they chop, as in, I was the one doing all the work and I'll be paid. No, it was a terrible experience. So paying these workers, just paying them salaries, they were there using my time for their own, using my accommodation space, using everything, because I was so liberal. I, for one, I believe in equity and treating fellow humans equally. So I treat them as fellow humans that need to be treated well, to the extent that I even pay for their medical bills, checkups, and every other thing on them. But you know, they felt I was just like a babu. I was just walking, I don't know what I'm doing, and they were just taking advantage of me. They don't finish the number of pieces, number of designs they're supposed to finish. They keep giving flimsy excuses. Their grandfather is always dying like 10 times in a year. They have to travel, they have to do this, they have to do that, and it was frustrating. So I sat back. How am I going to continue this? Then myself and my husband, we restructured. So we started paying commission, but it has its own advantages and some disadvantages too. So when we started paying commission, you see them, they want to work, but they want to work fast and get the money. And they are not even concerned whether they are going to make some mistakes in the process or not. Although it's worked better for us when we started paying them commission, they became very efficient at the job. They were faster. They produced more pieces. But they were having this fear of, am I really secured? Am I going to really be? Is the job really going to be there for me always? And is it going to really work for me? And when they make some mistakes, you see that they don't like to they don't ever want to come back to those mistakes because they just want to get paid. So what did we resolve? The best thing to handling this challenge being faced by most designers today is what I just want to discuss right now. And the first question is, which is the best approach? Is it salaries? Is it commission? I want to tell you, it's all situation dependent. And one thing you should avoid in your fashion home is that no tailor should be the alpha and the omega of your design. Yes, especially these professional tailors, they love that they'll be the one to cut the design, the one to stitch and do everything. But you should not have such a place because it's going to cripple your production. So you should have the production process whereby you have your pattern cutter different from, you could outsource that. You have your pattern cutter, your pattern graders. For those that don't know how to illustrate, you could have your fashion illustrator. You could be outsourcing that as well. Then you have your your machinists. They are the tailors, they are the foot soldiers. And when having your machinists or the tailors, you should also try to do what is called specialization. So you could have those that will be fixing just the sleeves. And you could have those that will be fixing the neckline. And you could have those that will be doing the bodies. So by the time you make sure that each of all these garment production processes, they are in stages and there are specific machinists to them, nobody will be the alpha and the omega, and somebody coming and going is not going to affect you. So if you're paying commission, you're paying them per designs, that doesn't give the tailors rest of mind. They will always be looking out for the next fashion home that is paying higher than you. And most especially if you are the fashion home that you don't really have job all the time for them. So there is no job security for them in that case. They'll be thinking of going elsewhere. So for you to have job security in place for them, you could do a minimal salary. Look at what I'm saying, a minimal salary. Let's say you're saying, let's start with your salary is going to be XYZ, let's say 35,000. Let me make that illustration. Let's say 35,000 is your salary. But I'm going to be giving you incentives. Let's say you are to be fixing the sleeves, and per month you are to fix 200 sleeves. That means per week you're to fix 50 sleeves. You're going to break all their deliverables to per week, per day. Do you understand? So if that's to finish 50 per day, you divide 50 by the number of working days. Maybe you work 5 days. So you know that today they are to finish 10 sleeves. So if that tailor is able to finish that expected job quota for that day, for that week, for that month, they're going to be taking it in their form. And mind you, if you want these tailors to work well with you, they have to be written agreements. Real written agreements. I think this is just a free mentorship class we're having here. There have to be real written agreements for them to work well with you. So before they start, you're going to say, this is your salary, XYZ. Do you agree to that? Yes, that's 5,000. Then your incentive for the month is 15,000 Naira. Based on the fact that you're able to finish 200 pieces of sleeves, you're able to fix 200 pieces of sleeves perfectly well without any omission or correction or anything. So you're okay. So if at the end of the month, now there is job safety, there is job security, there is job satisfaction. She knows that at least if I go to work, 35,000 Naira is on ground for me. So if I want to be a good girl and I want to earn more, I should be able to work well and work smart. I have to finish these sleeves. I have to finish it well. So finishing it well, I'm going to get additional 15,000. Not finishing it well, you are going to deduct it. So you are going to know the hourly rates or the per
per pieces rate of all those production pieces. So far you know the number, so you're going to divide it. So maybe you were supposed to finish 200 pieces, you now finished 100 pieces, you just divide it yourself. So I'm not the one, it's you. But if you're one of the case is not able to do, and what you will find is that instead of doing 200 pieces, they're going to end up doing 300 pieces. So you are still going to add on that. Instead of just giving them that normal 15,000, you're going to give them the additional 100 pieces allowance on it, incentive. Oh, then you will now see these tailors working well for you. And I think this is just a great solution to people out there, to designers. I hear designers every day reaching out to me. You know, we are into tailors recruitment, and if you're there, you need tailors from anywhere, just reach out to us, machinists, and we have the professional tailors. Sure, you understand. So those professional tailors, they always prefer that they are paid, that they are paid on commission basis. They want to be the alpha and the omega of the garment. And one thing is that they always want to be paid very high, and they don't like being paid on salaries. So for those that really want to, that's why when you reach out to us, you say if it's a professional tailor you're looking for, they don't like to be paid, they don't like to be paid salaries. They like commission, so that it's just, they can be moving from one fashion house to the other. Do you understand? But if you just want the machinists, the ordinary tailors that can be joining straight stitches, curves, and all the likes, fixing sleeves, you could be paying such on salaries, and their salaries are not as exorbitant as the professional tailor. So it all depends on what is working for you in your fashion house, the model of fashion, of the fashion home or fashion brands you're operating, and what do you want to achieve. That's the first thing. What's your why? When you're going into this, what do you want to achieve? You want a business whereby you will always be there 247, or you want a business where that whether you're there or not, the business is running on auto cruise. So if you want to learn more about how to start and run a successful RTW brand anywhere in the world, you have to join our mentorship section. And I've got good news, yes, for everyone in the house today. So we have our group mentorship class section that will be coming up. It's going to be an online section. It's going to be an interesting time. You're going to be able to ask all your questions and all you have. And it's just at a very little token, little amount. So you have to grab this. You're going to see the price in the description box below and how you can pay, how you can register. For those that will be paying starting from now till a week before the date, they are going to have a great discount. But if you're going to be paying just like a week to the program, the price is going to go higher. But it's something you can still pay for. So please do register now for the online RTW mentorship section. Is going to be a great one. I can't just wait to see you. And for those that are interested in registering for our private mentorship section, that's one-on-one with the coach here, and you're going to ask all your questions. We have the 1 month mentorship class, 3 months mentorship class, the 6 months mentorship class, and we're going to give you all the deliverables by the time you reach out to us on our WhatsApp number showing below. So it's going to really be a good and a great one. So why go through all the stress when you have people that have gone through that road before, and they can just tell you this is how to go about it, and you will land on that safe shore of success. So that's what this mentorship is going to do for you. So let me just know all you have to say about the payment system for your tailors. Are you okay with commission? Are you having challenges with salaries, or the solution that brought today, you merging both? How do you feel? Have you practiced it? Let me hear from you in the comment section below. Yes, until I come your way next time, I remain Joket Solu and Setro. Catch you, love you, bye.